Alright, it's Bohemian 007 back again on the scene. You guys remember GoldenEye? God, that was such a good game. Oh, it's amazing. Um, I've got 41 USDT. What I'm going to do today with this USDT is I'm going to wrap it as a ZSB wrap in a stabilized finance protocol strategy. Okay. So I'm on Pancake Swap. I bridge some stuff over. I'm using my VPN, but I'm here at Pancake Swap. I've got 41 USDT. I'm gonna max that out because I don't need it. I actually wait. No, sorry. This is how I got it. You can send USDT over the Binance Smart Chain directly. Um, as you can see, I've got this. This is how you can get it. Okay, don't hate me. So here's the homepage for Stabilized Finance. I'm gonna click Get Started, as we should always do. Should get started. Brings me to the pools. Okay, I just did the little video on how to stake in that Pancake LP pool, but I'm not gonna do that. But what I do want to show first here is this ZSB USD pool, because this is my ultimate goal as far as where I want to stick my ZSB wraps so that I can earn STBB, which is the stabilized.finance protocol token. So I am going to take my stables, earn interest off those in auto compound, and then I'm going to earn the protocol token, governance token, on top of the strategy that I'm employing with my stablecoins. So follow me to wrap, which is the selection on the headline, the top of the screen there. It gives me this new page, wrap your tokens into interest earning Z tokens. These are ZSB tokens. The B of the ZSB is Binance Smart Chain. The ZS is a type of wrap. What a wrap is it's a vault. So there's a vault process that's happening in which we're putting our stable coins in, and they get transformed through trade and strategy that the stabilized finance has set up massive amounts of arbitrage mathematics. So to put it clearly for just a simple walkthrough, I again have 41 USDT. I am over at the wraps here, ZSB wraps. I'm going to click unlock. There's going to be an unlock button. Instead of what you see here at the bottom of this standard wrapper stable card, there is an unlock button. I clicked that unlock button. It opened a MetaMask transaction on my upper right of my screen. I clicked confirm. It was about 13 cents. So what is this card? Okay, this card here is a standard wrapper for ZSB wrappers. Here we have another wrapper. This wraps iron. It's a different stable coin than these four that are in this standard wrapper. Next to this, we also have another wrapper that is within Stabilized Finance, Binance Smart Chain, and that's XF Proxy wrapper. So Stabilized Finance has vaults, has vaulting abilities for ZSB wraps in your stable coins. In the one that I'm using today, there are 4 stable coins that I can deposit within this wrapper: BUSD, DAI, USDC, and USDT. I have 41 USDT, so I'm going to put it in here. But before I put it in here, I want to make sure to check what token I will withdraw if I unwrap my tokens. Okay, so when I put my stable tokens in here, they go into this vault and they move through a strategy. Well, when I move them out, whenever I move them out, I am going to withdraw it as this token that is written here, this value for withdrawal token. That's BUSD. So I am putting in USDT, just like if I had put in USDC, DAI, or BUSD. Those 4 all go into this card, this standard wrapper, but will all come out BUSD. So keep that in mind. Here on this iron wrapper, iron comes out of the iron wrapper. So it's the same. The one that I'm going into is not. There are different rules or different patterns and values that happen on the different cards, so keep in mind and ask questions. The second portion to this card is a way that I can take my protocol tokens, STBB, and stake them to earn protocol rewards of WBNB. WBNB is earned by the protocol through the strategies that they employ and through many other processes. So, though that's a long list, I'm not going to list that. But it's good to keep in mind that I can take my STBB and stake them here. I can also take STBB and stake them in any one of these card strategies. By doing so, what it's going to do is it's going to funnel resources into these card strategies individually of where I put, so if I put my STBB in this standard wrapper, that liquidity is going to support the process of this strategy at large. So, but currently I'm going to max wrap my USDT. That's 41.76. I'm going to click wrap. It's going to bring up a transaction. I'm going to confirm it. Once I confirm it, it's going to push through. I am going to wait to see if when my ZSB wraps show up, because there is another step of this process that I'm going to utilize. I'm impatient, so I'm gonna refresh it. Oh, there they are, 41. Okay, 41 ZSB USD wraps. What I'm looking at here is the strat APY, this little green text here, the 17.323%. This 17.32% is the strategy APY that will yield me an auto-compounded reward within the value of ZSB USD. So this value increases and is seen while looking at the price of the token. So my stables have become a ZSB wrap. Okay, it's a different type of token. It's a vaulted token. So, and the price of that token will rise as this strategy continues. So my tokens will be worth more and more, auto compounded by this, and this 17% is a yield. It comes from an average and a pretty loose projection. But stablecoins are pretty stable, and this process is pretty solid as far as we've seen it. I just saw an increase right there. So the value just increased. I already saw it. The APY even changed. So what is this stake APR? That's when I stake. That's for when if I stake STBB within this. But for now, I'm just looking at my ZSB wraps. I have 41. So I want to make more rewards with those. What will I do with them? I will then move back to pools, where I see my ZSB USD pool. Okay. So this strategy card stacks on top of the other standard wrapper strategy card. So I have 41 of what this takes, this ZSB USD. So I'm going to max in the 41.36. And I'm going to deposit it. Again, just like the prior page, there used to be an unlock button right here. I'll scroll down to show you why. Here are 3 that I have not interacted with. So I will have to click unlock to interact with those. So I'm going to click unlock on one of these and pay a small fee just to show what it takes. And just so you know what that fee is, it's 4.621 as far as the date, and that cost me 26 cents to unlock this ZSB BTC pool to interact with it. So just for the purposing of good practice, I'm going to wait until this unlocks so that you can see that unlocks, and also because I don't want to create a nodes problem on my MetaMask by pushing through too many transactions at the same time. Looks like this went through. I'm going to give it a couple more seconds before I push anything again. But yeah, you see, so now these buttons are similar to the one above it. And then as you can see over here, I have some STBB to claim in my others. So that's what's going to show up once your rewards are showing. But again, back here, so let's take a second. Refocus on ZSB USD pool. 41, input it in, max, deposit. confirm. And then once that confirms, the balance of ZSB USD will it increase to 41.36. And then I will be reaping rewards of STBB at a daily ROI rate of 0.1%, at an APR of 35%, and an APY, which is a compound rate of 42.52%. So APR, annual percentage rate, is a linear increase. If I just kept these ZSB wraps in here all year, in theory, I'm going to get 35% of this value paid out in STBB, right? But what we're actually looking at here is, well, if we do the math, if you don't take 41.36 ZSB and then times it by 35%, because that's not going to give you the actual value of what's going on here. Instead, what we want to do is we want to take the US dollar value of 41.36. It's just a staple in the mathematics. And then we want to take that and times that by 0.35% and then figure out how many STBB that's worth. So because also what that gives us is that gives us this understanding of that if STBB increases within that year's time, this APR is going to be way higher, right? And it may not see it, but our rewards as far as going up to, like, let's say 3 or 4 months are actually going to be insanely higher than this 30%, 35% even presents. So now I see this claim STB button has popped up because I already have rewards coming in. This 0 is not yet clicked through, but that's because it's probably just going to be in a few minutes. I'll be seeing just a fraction of 1 as a reward as it's accruing. Plus 41 is not a whole lot to be staking in here for that daily ROI, so it's not going to be pumping out a lot. But the rewards are still, I'll be able to compound them. But then just for fluidity in the video, and to continue on with this, I see have this one STBB over in this STBB BNB Pancake LP V1 pool, right? So I have some rewards to claim. So I claimed some rewards earlier today. Once this ZSB USD pool gets up to, let's say, I don't know, 3 or 4, I could claim them, and make sure to figure out your ratios as far as like what your fees cost. So when you claim that you're not, like, I don't know, just screwing yourself on claim fees. Plus claim fees change. So as the Binance Smart Chain gets a lot more users, the fees of operating business costs will just increase exponentially. So keep in mind that these ratios will need to change too. So always watch your farms. So I'm going to go back to the wrap, because if I want to use my STBB that I claim, I will then just simply max wrap or just wrap into one of these cards here, these card strategies. And then when I do, so like for instance, if we go up here, we see that I have STBB staked in iron in this process, and it's giving me WBNB. So I have now just done a full connection through my strategy through stabilized finance, because in conclusion, I guess if we do a path, I transferred stuff over Binance Smart Chain. I traded for what I wanted to input into stabilized finance, which was some standard wrapper coins to earn STBB. Once I earned STBB, I got some BNB. I paired those together in LP pools, and then now I'm taking my STBB that's being rewarded, and then I'm staking that into these card strategies. Second portion here on the wraps page, which is the STBB stake to earn WBNB. So now I have like a full circle rewards pattern based on arbitrage, which will be heavily rewarded through differences in price and volume. So yeah, so hopefully you get some good stuff.